Hello all, thanks for joining. If you're like me, you're probably very interested in martial arts and fitness, and you've probably seen Wing Chun exercises and Muk Jung Wing Chun dummy uh, examples like this. Same, for example, the Spar bar, which is another interesting device like this one. But you've probably thought to yourself, a Wing Chun dummy goes for about close to $800 to $2,000. A Spar bar goes close to $500. Might be a little bit too expensive for my taste. So, for that reason, I created this little do-it-yourself tutorial on how to create your own Spar bar and Wing Chun dummy. Now, if you look at the price comparison for this do-it-yourself project, at the bare minimum for a Wing Chun dummy, you're probably going to be spending close to $800. For a Spar bar, even the lowest level one, you'd probably be close to $300. So altogether, that'd be $1,100. If you look at the instructions for what we're building here, it's going to be less than $150. So basically, you start off with a 8-foot post. You can get that from Lowe's. 5-gallon bucket. We got a 1-inch by 4-foot pipe with the thread at the end. A 50-pound Qucikrete bag for $5.50. 3/4 inch by 4-foot pipe. That should also have thread at the end. A floor flange, over here, 3/4 inch. 10-inch by 4-foot PVC pipe. That'd be right over here. 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and that's for the Spar bar attachment. 3/4 inch PVC elbow, that's also for the Spar bar attachment. A hole saw kit to drill holes into the body so we can have our arms for the Wing Chun dummy. Some JB Weld to attach that, and a pillow block flange bearing, which is a ball bearing which we're going to use to create our Spar bar. Alright, let me just show you how I went about creating this. Okay, so here's a little instructional diagram I created. So the first thing we do is we cut the log in half. So we end up with about a 4-foot log. We drill a 6-inch hole down into the log using the drill and the hole attachment, and we screw that floor flange, this one here, into the log. Now we screw in the pipe onto the floor flange. That's why we wanted the threading. So you see that 3/4 inch pipe, we'll just screw right in there, and there you go. So now we've got the basic body of the Wing Chun dummy. So this is an example of how we would go about creating the hole into that wooden post. There we go. So now we take that big PVC that we bought and we cut that in half. We put the PVC over the wooden post. We used a hole driller to drill holes through the PVC and log. We're going to want to do that at an angle so that we're able to then use that for the Wing Chun dummy arms. And this is where the dummy's arms will go through, obviously, and this is what you end up with at the end. So now we get 3 wood chair legs. We drive them through the armholes. Then we get a bucket. We fill that bucket with the Qucikrete and water. We stick in the 2-inch pipe, and we wait for the Qucikrete to harden. So after about a day, or probably less, we're able to slide in the Wing Chun dummy to the pipe and bucket, and then we can add legs as needed. I also would suggest adding padding around here so you're able to actually punch it. And so here are the legs. Some people, they use a tire cut in half. I used a big corrugated type plastic hose which I got from Lowe's. And I also, after I used the wooden legs which I got also from Lowe's, I did not like the feel of them, and I saw this on eBay, and this has like a metal encasement and then the real Wing Chun dummy arms. So I decided to go ahead and spend extra to do that because I like to hear that clang whenever I would make my hits. Again, this is not necessary though, or you can probably even build that part yourself. Now for the spar bar part, what we do is we connect the flange bearing, which would be represented here, to the elbow, that 90-degree elbow that we bought, and then we connect the 3/4 inch PVC to the elbow. You can use that special PVC glue and it'll connect real nicely. You connect the flange bearing, this one here, to the head of the dummy, and I used JB Weld to hold it there. You can use different ways to hold it. You can you can drill into it if you needed to. And what that will do is you will now have your spar bar on top of your dummy. And now we can see how it looks. Let's take a look. So here you have it. It's my finished product. Here at the bottom you'll see is the bucket. Going through the bucket is the pipe. It's attached there to a smaller pipe. The corrugated, I guess, I don't know how that plastic pipe that I would use as the leg. Around inside the pipe is the flange, and the wood is under here. On top of the wood is the 10-inch PVC, which is drilled through so we can put the arms. Over here I put padding of basically cut up mats so we'd have places that we could punch. And on the very top we have the ball bearing and the spar bar attachment. So we see the full Wing Chun dummy and spar bar attachment. Now, as you can tell, I am not a Wing Chun master whatsoever. Here's some example of me on the spar bar. You can duck under, you can move to the side. Here you see that Bruce Lee is looking on disapprovingly at my bad technique. What is Bruce thinking? I've got to train more. This is at the end of a long workout. You can see I'm sweating. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed it.